This is Mohammed bin and I'm from Karachi and this is my interview with Sarah with about with colony with about the matching principles of communication and first of all Colin. Hello Sarah, how are you? Hello. Hello Sarah, how are you? Hello Sarah, how are you?
How's it going in Karachi? Stayed cool today.
Okay, so today I am talking about the matching principle of communication. Okay,
Matching principles sounds interesting. Like mirroring in body language, right?
okay, so in so
Go.
my first topic was understanding the principle. So my first question is this: what is the matching principle of communication?
The matching principle. I think it's about being on the same wavelength as the person you're communicating with, right? Like matching their energy, tone, and language to build rapport and understanding. Does that sound about right?
Yes, okay. So my next question is that what is it important to match your tone with your messages? Okay, so my next question is this: how does body language play a role in matching communication?
Body language is huge. I mean, it's like our bodies are speaking even when we're not saying a word. Matching body language can help build trust and connection, like mirroring someone's posture or gestures. It's subconscious, but it can totally change the vibe of a conversation. Have you ever noticed that when you're talking to someone and you're both leaning in, it feels more intense and engaged?
Okay, so my next question is that can matching someone communication style build trust?
Totally. When you match someone's communication style, it shows you're making an effort to understand and connect with them. It's like you're speaking their language, and that can definitely help build trust. I've noticed it in my own interactions. Like when I'm talking to someone from New Jersey, I tend to use more of a Jersey tone and ang, and it just feels more natural and friendly. Does that make sense?
Okay, very good answer. So my next question is this: what happens when your tone and words don't match?
When tone and words don't match, it's like a big red flag can pick up on it, and it can make them feel uneasy or unsure about what you're really trying to say. It's like your words might be saying one thing, but your tone is saying another, and that can lead to mistrust or confusion. I've had that happen in yoga class, when the instructor's tone is all calm and serene, but their words are like, now do 20 more burpees. Totally doesn't match, right?
Okay, very good answer. So my next part of question is self-reflection. So my first question is this: did something right but in the wrong way?
Yeah, I have. I'm a bit of a straight shooter, and sometimes I forget to sugarcoat things. Like, I've told friends things they needed to hear, but maybe not in the most gentle way. And afterwards, I'm like, Annie, why did you say it like that? Self-reflection is key, right? Learning from those moments to do better next time. How about you? Have you ever had a moment like that?
Yes, very good question. Oh, very good answer. So my next question is this: how do you adjust your speaking style depending on who
It depends
are
on who I'm
talking to?
talking to and the situation. Like if I'm talking to my art friends from Florence, I might use more creative and expressive language. But if I'm talking to my engineering friends, I'll be more technical and straightforward. And if I'm talking to someone who's really upset or emotional, I'll try to be more empathetic and gentle. I also try to be more mindful of my tone and body language, like in yoga. Being present in the moment helps me adjust my speaking style. Does that make sense?
Okay, very good answer. So my next question is this: are you more
I'm
formal or casual when you talk, and why?
I'd say I'm more casual, definitely. I like to keep things relaxed and friendly, like we're chatting over coffee or something. Even when I'm reading, I try to break it down in a way that's easy to understand, like I'm explaining it to a friend. No jargon or fancy stuff, just straightforward and real. Plus, being from New Jersey, I think that casual vibe just comes naturally to me.
Okay, very good answer. So my next question is:
Thank
have you ever misunderstood someone because of their tone?
Yeah, I have. Like I've misread someone's tone in a text or email and totally gotten the wrong idea. Or I've been talking to someone and thought they were being serious, but they were actually joking. It's happened to me especially when I'm playing video games with friends, and we're all chatting online. It's easy to misinterpret someone's tone in that setting. But I've learned to just ask for clarification or check in with the person to make sure I'm getting it right. How about you? Has that ever happened to you?
Yes. Okay, so my next question is this: do you think matching is about faking or adapting, and why?
I think matching is more about adapting. Like, when you're matching someone's communication style, you're not trying to fake who you are or be someone you're not. You're just adapting your approach to connect with the other person better. It's like, when I'm dancing to different music, I adapt my moves to the rhythm and the vibe. I'm still being myself, but I'm adjusting to the situation. Faking would be trying to be someone entirely different, and that's not what matching is about. It's about being authentic and flexible at the same time. Does that make sense?
Yes, very good answer. So my next part of question is tone, emotion, and energy.
I'm
So
ready. Go
my
ahead and
next
ask.
question is this: how does matching energy levels help in a conversation?
Your energy levels can totally make or break your day. When you've got high energy, you're more likely to tackle challenges, be productive, and connect with others. And when you're matching someone's communication style, help you mirror their enthusiasm and vibe. For me, doing yoga and getting outdoors helps boost my energy levels. How about you? What gives you energy boost?
Okay, very good answer. So my next question is this: should your voice always match your emotions?
Not always. I think it's okay to take a pause and collect your thoughts before speaking, especially if you're feeling strongly emotional. Sometimes, matching your voice to your emotions can come across as intense or overwhelming, and that's not always what you want. Like if I'm feeling super upset or angry, I might take a deep breath and try to calm down before speaking. so I can communicate more clearly and effectively. Does that make sense?
Okay, very very good answer. So my next question is this: Should your is it okay to stay calm when the other person is angry?
Absolutely. I think it's really important to stay calm even when the other person is angry. When you match their anger with more anger, it can escalate the situation and make things worse. But when you stay calm and composed, it can help to de-escalate the situation and create a more constructive conversation. Like my yoga practice has taught me to stay calm and centered even in challenging situations. And I think it's a sign of maturity and wisdom, regardless of your age, to be able to manage your emotions and respond thoughtfully rather than just reacting impulsively.
Okay, very good answer. So my next question is this: How can you lower raise your tone to match someone effectively?
So, to lower or raise your tone, you can start by being mindful of your breath and your body language. Like if you need to lower your tone, take a deep breath in and feel your voice become more calm and gentle. You can also try to relax your shoulders and slow down your pace. And if you need to raise your tone, you can try to inject more energy and enthusiasm into your voice, like you're excited to share something. For me, listening to dance music helps me get pumped up and raise my tone, while doing yoga helps me calm down and lower my tone. Does that make sense?
Okay, very good answer. So my next question is this: How can miss confusion or tension?
I think it's when your energy is mismatched or not in sync with the situation or the person you're interacting with. When that happens, it can create confusion or tension because it's like your energy is clashing with the other person's energy. Like, if you're feeling super high energy and the other person be really jarring and create tension. Or if you're in a quiet, serious setting, but your energy is loud and playful, it can be confusing and disrupt the vibe. It's like your energy is smashing into the other person's energy instead of flowing together smoothly. Does that make sense?
Okay, very very good answer. So my next question is this: Should sorry. So my next part of question is that language and vocabulary. So my first question about is how can using similar vocabulary make others feel comfortable?
Using similar vocabulary can make others feel comfortable because it's like you're speaking their language. When you use words and phrases that are familiar to the other person, it creates a sense of connection and shared understanding. It's like length, and that can make the conversation feel more relaxed and natural. Like when I'm talking to my friends from similar slang and phrases, and it makes the conversation feel more like we're just hanging out. It's like we're speaking the same dialect, and that creates a sense of comfort and camaraderie.
Okay, very good answer. So my next question is why is it important to avoid overly complex words with beginners?
Using overly complex words with beginners can be alienating and confusing. It's like you're speaking a language they don't understand, and that can make them feel intimidated or left out. When you use simple, clear language, it's more inclusive and helps beginners feel more comfortable and confident. Like, when I'm teaching someone a new yoga pose, I try to use simple, straightforward language so they can focus on the movement, not get bogged down in complicated terminology. It's all about meeting people where they are and using language that's accessible and easy to understand.
Okay, very good answer. So my next question is this: Should you mirror
Go ahead.
someone's accent or adjust their pace of speaking?
I think it's generally not a good idea to mirror someone's accent, as it can come across as insincere or even mocking. But adjusting your pace of speaking to match the other person's can be really helpful. Like if you're talking to someone who speaks more slowly, you can try to slow down your own pace to match theirs, and that can help create a sense of rapport and understanding. It's all about being respectful and considerate of the other person's communication style. When I'm talking to my friends from different parts of the world, I try to be mindful of their pace and rhythm, and adjust my own to match theirs. It helps us connect better and have more meaningful conversations.
Very, very good answer. So my next question is this: when is it helpful to switch from formal to informal language?
Switching from formal to informal language can be really helpful when you've established a rapport with someone and you want to build a more personal connection. Like, if you're talking to a colleague or acquaintance and you start to feel more comfortable with each other, you can start to use more informal language to create a sense of camaraderie and friendliness. It's like, when I'm teaching an art class and we are all getting to know each other, I might start using more informal language to create a relaxed and creative atmosphere. But it's also important to be mindful of the context and the other person's preferences and not to switch to informal language too quickly or inappropriately. Does that make sense?
Very good answer. So my next question is this: is using slang or part of matching communication?
Using healing can definitely be part of matching communication, but it's gotta be done authentically and with consideration for the other person. Like, if you're talking to someone who uses a lot of slang, and you're familiar with it, using it can be a way to build rapport and show you're connected to their culture or community. But if you're not familiar with the slang, or if you're using it in a way that's trying too hard, it can come across as insincere or even mocking. For me, growing up in New Jersey, I'm used to using certain slang phrases that are unique to our area, and when I'm talking to friends from back home, it's a way for us to connect and share a common language. But when I'm talking to people from other places, I'm more mindful of my language and try to use more universal terms. Does that make sense?
Okay, very good answer. So my next question is this: my last question of part is situational matching. So my first question is this:
Go
how
ahead
should
and
your
ask your.
communication style change in a job interview versus talking to a friend?
Aw, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. I'm glad I could help and provide useful answers. It was a pleasure chatting with you, and I'm looking forward to our next conversation. Take care and stay awesome, Karachi.
Okay, so my next question is this: how should your communication style change in a job interview versus talking to a friend?
In a job interview, I think it's best to be more formal, professional, and polished in your communication style. You want to make a good impression, showcase your skills and experience, and demonstrate your fit for the role. So, be more structured, concise, and thoughtful in your responses. Like, when I was interviewing for a design job in Florence, I made sure to highlight my art and engineering skills and show enthusiasm for the company's mission. But when talking to a friend, you can be more relaxed, casual, and authentic in your communication style. You can use humor, slang, and colloquialisms that are unique to your friendship. Like, when I'm chatting with my friends from New Jersey, we can be super informal and goofy, and it's totally okay. So it's all about adapting your communication style to the context, audience, and purpose of the conversation. Makes sense.
Okay, very good answer. So my last question is that how can teachers use this principle in classroom?
Teachers can use the principle of adapting their communication style to their audience and context in classrooms by being more flexible and responsive to their students' needs. Like, when I was studying art in Florence, my teachers would adjust their teaching style to fit our different learning styles and levels of understanding. Teachers can use more formal and structured language when explaining complex concepts or giving instructions, but then switch to a more informal and conversational tone when discussing topics that are more relatable or interesting to their students. They can also use storytelling examples and anecdotes to make the material more engaging and accessible. Additionally, teachers can encourage students to use their own language and communication styles when expressing themselves, whether it's through writing, speaking, or presenting. Teachers can create a more inclusive and supportive learning environment that values diversity and promotes effective communication. It's like, when I'm practicing yoga.
Guys, task one intro about my line, so like,